It's Angela from Shin's Greens, and today we're going to do a May garden tour. And I'm standing next to my mammoth sunflower, and this is my first time growing sunflowers, and I never thought they would get this big. I mean, this is insane. Let's just take a look and see how tall this is. Oh my gosh, just look at that. It's got to be at least 10 feet tall, but hey, you know what? I can't complain. I'm really happy with it so far. So let's see what's going on in the garden today. Okay, we've got a cantaloupe here, and I'm trying to get it to climb up the sunflower, but it doesn't seem to want to do that. Now this is a female flower, and you can tell because it has a little baby fruit, little bulb at the base of the flower. That's going to be the cantaloupe. And whereas the male flowers have just a skinny stalk at the base connecting them to the stem. I've got two varieties of cucumbers here. I got my sugar snap peas. It's the end of the season for them. I'm surprised I'm able to grow them this late into the spring, but we've had an unusually cold spring. Here I've got a couple of peppers. I think these might be Korean chilies. And here I have perilla, which is a leafy green that is popular in Korean cuisine. It's really fragrant, really pungent in flavor, really, really tasty. This is my last remaining Swiss chard. Here I've got one of my yellow squashes, which I've been hand pollinating. Looking pretty good. I've got loads of bachelor buttons. These just look so beautiful, and I just love the look. You know, it gives sort of a wild meadow vibe to this garden, which is really beautiful. I've got a green zucchini, which I haven't got any fruit off of yet, but I've got a female flower here with a baby zucchini at the base. So far it's looking pretty good. And I've got another yellow squash back here. Now, this is way overcrowded. I never recommend planting squash plants this close together, but I just don't have the space. So I just said, why not? Let's just do it. I've got some yellow squash, looking real good. And I have staked up my squash plants because, as you can see, the stem will actually keep growing. And if I didn't stake it up, it would sprawl onto the ground and take up valuable space. I've got a nice little eggplant here. This is the ping tongue eggplant, which is my favorite eggplant. I've got another sugar baby watermelon that I need to tie up to the stake right here. And I'm getting a lot of these daikon radish volunteers because I used to have huge daikon radish plants right here, and these are actually the seed pods of the daikon radish. So these seeds just sprout up everywhere. And then you get lots of volunteers, which I don't want daikon radish right now, so I'm gonna pluck them out. These are my bush beans, and I have lost a couple of them. I think the grubs were eating at the stems and the roots, so they died. So I pulled them out, but some of these other ones are looking really good. They are starting to flower here. Here I've got a Japanese cucumber, and here, climbing up this trellis, are my pole beans, which are just so prolific. I mean, I've already been harvesting a lot of these green beans, and I've got to do another harvest. I'm just so happy with how this arch trellis turned out. Okay, this is one of my sugar baby watermelons that is climbing up this trellis here, and I've got a tiny little baby watermelon. Look at how cute that is. Just look at that. This was my only watermelon flower that was blooming, so I didn't have any male flowers to pollinate it with. So I took pollen from my cantaloupe, my male cantaloupe flower, and pollinated this watermelon female flower. And that actually will work because melons are all in the cucurbit family, so they do cross-pollinate with each other. So this fruit will still grow into a sugar baby watermelon, but if I try to save the seeds from this fruit and grow it the next year, the offspring could be some hybrid between watermelon and cantaloupe, which would be so interesting to see how that turns out. Not that I'm going to try to save these seeds. It's just a cool little hack. And I've got some more watermelons here. And my dahlias back there are in full bloom and they just look gorgeous. And I've got some random peppers here and there. I think that one might be a Korean chili. And these are sweet mini bell peppers. Do you guys have any idea what this insect is? This is a ladybug larva. These are really beneficial insects. So if you see this in your garden, don't kill it. It's a sign of a really healthy ecosystem. Now let's do some harvesting. I cannot believe this, but I actually successfully sprouted an asparagus seed. Look at that teeny tiny little seedling. It literally is just a teeny tiny asparagus.